Hey guys, I got a little bonus tip. We'll just call it a tech tip, procedure tip, or a hack or a cheat. You know, we'll label it whatever everybody's comfortable with. Um, One thing that people are going to run across is anytime you have a cylinder head and you're trying to torque your screw-in studs. Hopefully you guys are torquing them, because impacting studs, especially into aluminum, that's a really bad idea. Ask anybody who's ever experienced a stud getting ripped out of their head because somebody has over tightened the screw-in stud into the aluminum and either stripped out the aluminum threads or ripped out the insert. But anytime you are trying to install a fastener into a cylinder head and you can't bolt it down, okay? This doesn't apply necessarily to putting, if you can put your head on your engine and then have your engine itself or the engine on the engine stand hold your head, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you in your shop or your garage, on the back of your pickup truck, at the racetrack, whatever. If you end up in the situation where you got a cylinder head and you have to torque those studs down, it can be challenging, especially for someone like me who only has 1.5 hands that work properly, to hold that head steady so that you can torque it to spec. Here's a cheat. I'm going to go ahead and give away one of my secrets. If you're going to torque, this is just an example, we're going to torque a stud to 45 pounds. So I've got my Craftsman torque wrench set to 45, got my 11/16 on here. Here's what I'm going to do. You guys don't laugh, because it actually works. I'm going to put my hip up against this torque wrench just enough to give it tension. I'll put one hand here, and I'm going to move my hips more than my arm. Watch. I've already torqued these, but I thought I'd go over half of them just to show you how much more power you have in your hip than you do in either of your hands trying to hold that head down while you torque those studs. So where there's a will, there's a way. Some people I've seen actually build fixtures that they can set the cylinder head on their workbench and screw in wood, I don't want to say blocks on either end of the head so it can't move. That's an option too. I mean, what if you literally didn't have two hands to do this kind of junk with? What if you only had one hand and you couldn't hold it steady? You could still try my hip technique, because as long as you get it on the fastener and get a little tension on your hip, you can grab that other side of the head and move your hip. Like, hold the head and move your hip. It's gonna work. If you need to set it on your bench, make you a few little wooden blocks or metal blocks or whatever. I suggest wood so they don't eat into the head very much. And you just screw it down to your workbench, push the head up against it, put one on the other end, screw it down, torque your fastener. Don't let a disability keep you from doing what you really want to do. If you want to get out there and have fun with everybody else, do it. I can tell you right now, you're going to run into situations that are going to make you want to quit, because you're going to get frustrated. You're going to say, this ain't worth it. It's taking too long. I'm fixing to kill somebody. Because especially if you're not used to being disabled, or if you're not used to not being able to use one of your hands, you're going to get so frustrated that you're going to explode. Take a deep breath. Don't give up. Because if you really want it, you'll find a way to make it happen. So this is my little freebie tech tip of how to torque screw-in studs on a cylinder head that's sitting on the bench that maybe wants to fight you and wrestle you a little bit. You can get her down in the headlock and choke it out. Appreciate you guys watching these videos. I hope this little tech tip helps someone. Even one person will be worth it. Like and subscribe, hit that little bell so you can get some more videos. Thank you.